Look at this beast, the king of the jungle, the apex predator, a machine designed by millions of years of evolution to hunt, to fight, to conquer, and to dominate. Now look at his reality. He is safe, he is fed, he is protected from the rain, he has medical care, he will never know the pain of starvation, he will never know the fear of a rival pack. He has everything a modern being could ask for: comfort, security, ease, and yet look at his eyes. The fire is gone, the spirit is broken. He is not living, he is merely existing. He is rotting from the inside out. He is depressed, lethargic, and weak. Why? Because he was designed for struggle. And when you take the struggle away from a creature designed to overcome it, you don't make him happy. You destroy him. Now, turn the camera around. Look in the mirror. You are that lion. You live in a climate-controlled box. You sleep on a soft mattress. You summon food with the tap of a glass screen. You have endless entertainment, endless heat, endless safety. You have achieved the dream of civilization. You have eliminated almost all physical discomfort from your life. And yet, you are more anxious, more depressed, and more fragile than any generation in human history. You are tired, but you haven't run. You are full, but you are starving for meaning. We have built a cage of gold and called it modern life. We have mistaken comfort for happiness, and this mistake is killing your soul. The ancient Stoics saw this trap coming 2,000 years ago. They understood a fundamental law of the universe that we have forgotten. Friction is life. Ease is death. Seneca, the richest man in Rome, would deliberately spend days living like a beggar, sleeping on the floor, and eating stale bread, just to inoculate himself against the poison of comfort. Cato the Younger, the enemy of Julius Caesar, would walk barefoot in the heat and rain, not because he was poor, but because he refused to be soft. They knew that a man who cannot suffer is a man who cannot succeed. Today, we are going deep. We are going to declare war on your comfort zone. We are going to explore the Stoic art of suffering and the practice of voluntary hardship. We are going to unlock the cage door. It is time to remember what you are. Law number 1, the biological trap. To understand why you are so addicted to comfort, you must understand your hardware. Your brain was not built for the year 2026. It was built for the year 100,000 BC. In the wild, energy was scarce. Food was hard to find. Danger was everywhere. So your brain evolved a simple directive: conserve energy, seek pleasure, avoid pain. If an ancestor found a soft place to sleep, he took it. If he found sugar, he ate it all, because that meant survival. But today, that ancient software is a virus. We have engineered a world where sugar, softness, and safety are infinite. Your brain is still shouting, eat the donut, sit on the couch, watch the screen, because it thinks you might starve tomorrow. But you won't starve. You will just get fat, lazy, and weak. This is called evolutionary mismatch. Your instincts are lying to you. Your gut feeling to take it easy is not intuition. It is a suicide code. The Stoic realizes that to be a civilized, high-functioning man, he must go to war with his own biology. He must become the master of his impulses, not their slave. When your body screams, "It's too cold, don't go outside," the Stoic mind answers, "I know it's cold. That is why we are going." When your body screams, "I'm tired, let's quit," the Stoic mind answers, "We are not done. If you listen to your body in the modern world, you will become a blob. You must override the system. You must introduce artificial adversity. Because nature is no longer forcing you to struggle. You must volunteer for the struggle. If you don't choose your pain, the world will choose your suffering. And the suffering of regret is far worse than the pain of discipline. Law number 2, the crossroads of Hercules. There is an ancient story that the Stoics loved to tell their students, the story of Hercules at the crossroads. Before Hercules became a hero, he sat at a fork in the road. 2 women approached him. The first woman was beautiful, adorned with makeup and jewels. She ran to him and said, "Hercules, follow me. My path is easy. You will never taste pain. You will never know war. You will eat the finest foods, drink the sweetest wines, and sleep on the softest beds. Every desire you have will be instantly gratified. Come, take the path of pleasure." The second woman was stern. Her clothes were simple. She did not smile. She looked him in the eye and said, "Hercules, I offer you nothing but hard work. If you follow me, you will suffer. You will bleed. You will know fear and exhaustion. The gods will test you. Monsters will hunt you. But if you survive, you will forge a spirit that is unbreakable. You will achieve true greatness. You will become a god. I offer you the path of virtue." Hercules looked at the easy road. It looked tempting, but he knew that the easy road leads to a forgettable life. He chose the hard road. He chose the 12 labors. He chose the suffering. And that is why we remember his name 3,000 years later. Every single morning, you stand at that same crossroads. When the alarm goes off, the goddess of comfort whispers, "Stay in bed. It's warm. Just 10 more minutes." The goddess of virtue whispers, "Get up. The enemy is training." Which woman have you been following? Most of you have been walking hand in hand with comfort your whole lives. And look where it got you. Mediocrity, anxiety, softness. It is time to break up with her. She is a siren leading you to the rocks. Choose the hard road, not because it is fun, but because it is the only road that leads somewhere worth going. Law number 3, the practice of poverty. We are terrified of losing our comforts. We are terrified of being cold, hungry, or poor. This fear makes us slaves. We stay in jobs we hate because we fear losing the paycheck. We stay in bad relationships because we fear sleeping alone. Seneca had a solution. He called it practicing poverty. He said, "Set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" The Stoic does not wait for disaster to strike. He simulates the disaster. Take a cold shower every morning. Why? To realize that the cold cannot kill you. Fast for 24 hours. Why? To realize that hunger is just a sensation, not an emergency. Sleep on the floor once a month. Walk to work instead of driving. Wear your old clothes. When you voluntarily expose yourself to hardship, you strip away the fear. You realize, I can handle this. If I lose all my money, I can still survive. If the heater breaks, I can still survive. This makes you invincible. While others are terrified of the economy crashing, you are calm. You have already practiced being poor. You know you are stronger than your bank account. Comfort makes you fragile because it makes you dependent on external things. Hardship makes you robust because it proves that your strength comes from within. Don't just read about this. Do it. Go turn the shower knob to the coldest setting right now. Stand under it until you stop shivering. That is the baptism of the Stoic. Law number 4, callous your mind. You know how a callus forms on your hand? You apply friction. The skin tears, it hurts. But then the body repairs it. The skin grows back thicker, harder, and less sensitive to pain. Now, you can lift heavier weights without bleeding. Your mind works exactly the same way. But most of you have hands and minds that are as soft as baby skin. Every little problem hurts you. A rude comment? You bleed? A traffic jam? You cry. A difficult email? You have a panic attack. You have no calluses on your soul because you have avoided friction your entire life. David Goggins, the modern Stoic, calls this callousing the mind. Epictetus called it the discipline of assent. You must expose yourself to friction intentionally to build that armor. Do things you hate. Do you hate running? Good. Run 10 miles. Do you hate reading? Good. Read for 2 hours without moving. Do you hate public speaking? Good. Sign up for a speech. The magic happens in the friction. The moment you want to quit is the moment the callus is forming. If you quit when it hurts, you stay soft. If you push through the pain, you harden. We live in a world of safe spaces and trigger warnings. Society wants to wrap you in bubble wrap. Tear off the bubble wrap. Go out and get hurt. Go out and fail. Go out and struggle. A scarred mind is a strong mind. A smooth mind is a weak mind. I want you to look at your difficulties not as bad luck, but as weights in the gym of life. The heavier the weight, the stronger the spirit. Law number 5, starve the senses. Comfort is not just physical, it is chemical. You are drowning in cheap dopamine, pornography, junk food, TikTok, video games, drugs, alcohol. These are all super stimuli. They hijack your brain's reward system. They give you the reward, dopamine, without the effort. When you get free pleasure, you lose the will to work for earned pleasure. Why would you go out and talk to a real woman, which is scary and hard, when you can watch a screen, which is easy and safe? Why would you cook a healthy meal, which takes time, when you can order a burger, which is instant? You are chemically castrating your own ambition. The Stoic practices temperance. You need to go on a dopamine fast. Bore yourself. Cut out the super stimuli. Stop watching the porn. Stop eating the sugar. Stop scrolling. At first it will be hell. You will feel withdrawal. You will feel empty. But then something magical will happen. Your sensitivity will return. A simple glass of water will taste sweet. A conversation with a friend will feel exciting. A walk in the park will feel like an adventure. By rejecting the artificial highs, you reclaim the beauty of reality. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot serve dopamine and discipline. Kill the cheap pleasure so you can make room for the deep satisfaction of a life well lived. Law number 6, the contagion of softness. Here's the danger no one talks about. Softness is contagious. Comfort is a virus that spreads from person to person. If you are surrounded by people who prioritize comfort, you will inevitably become like them. Humans are tribal creatures. We mimic the herd. If your friends complain about the weather, you will start to feel cold. If your friends are always tired, you will start to feel exhausted. If your family thinks ambition is too much stress, you will settle for mediocrity. Epictetus warned us, if you associate with a dirty person, you will get dirty. In the modern world, the dirt is comfort. Most people you know are sleepwalking through life, sedated by convenience. They are the crabs in the bucket. The moment you try to climb out, the moment you try to be hard, to wake up early, to fast, to train, they will try to pull you back down. Not because they hate you, but because your discipline makes them feel insecure about their laziness. To practice the art of suffering, you must often walk alone. You must be willing to be the outcast. You must be willing to be the crazy one who runs in the rain while everyone else is watching TV. Protect your environment. If you want to be a Spartan, do not live among the hedonists. Find the other lions or walk the jungle alone. It is better to be lonely and strong than popular and weak. Law number 7, the war against entropy. Physics teaches us the second law of thermodynamics, entropy. In a closed system, everything naturally moves from order to disorder, from structure to chaos, from life to death. If you leave a house alone, it rots. If you leave a garden alone, weeds take over. If you leave a muscle alone, it atrophies. Comfort is entropy. When you stop struggling, you don't stay the same, you decay. There is no such thing as maintenance. You are either climbing the mountain or you are sliding down. The moment you seek ease, the moment you say, "I've done enough," the decay begins. Your skills fade, your mind dulls, your spirit weakens. The Stoic understands that struggle is the energy we inject into the system to fight off death. Voluntary hardship is the only weapon against entropy. Every time you push a weight, every time you solve a hard problem, every time you resist a temptation, you are creating order. You are imposing your will upon the chaos of the universe. Do not look for a finish line. There is no finish line. The war against decay lasts until your final breath. To stop fighting is to die before you are dead. Keep moving. Keep pushing. The moment you stop is the moment you begin to rot. Law number 8, the dignity of struggle. There is a nihilistic voice in your head that says, "Why suffer? Life is meaningless anyway, just enjoy it." The Stoic answers, "Because suffering is the meaning." Friedrich Nietzsche said, "To live is to suffer, to survive is to find some meaning in the suffering." Look at the stories you love. Look at the movies you watch. Do you watch movies about a guy who sits on a couch, eats chips, and wins the lottery? No, that is a boring movie. You watch movies about the underdog, the man who gets beaten, broken, and betrayed, but who stands up and fights back. You admire the struggle. So why do you try to edit the struggle out of your own movie? Why are you trying to be the boring extra in the background? Be the hero. And the hero must suffer. The hero must face the dragon. Without the dragon, there is no St. George. Without the Civil War, there is no Lincoln. Without the wilderness, there is no prophet. Embrace your struggle with dignity. Don't complain. Don't say, "Why me?" Say, "Try me." Say, "This is my training arc." When you carry a cross with your head held high, you transform tragedy into triumph. The pain doesn't go away, but it ceases to be suffering because it now has a purpose. It is forging you. Law number 9, the debt to your ancestors. Think of the blood that runs in your veins. It is the blood of survivors. Your ancestors fought saber-toothed tigers. They survived ice ages. They crossed oceans in wooden boats. They endured plagues, famines, and wars. They suffered unimaginable pain so that you could exist. They pass the torch of life through thousands of generations of struggle just to hand it to you. And what do you do with this legacy? You complain that the Wi-Fi is slow. You cry because your coffee is cold. You refuse to work because you don't feel like it. To live a life of softness is to spit on the graves of the giants who built your world. You are the custodian of a genetic line that conquered the planet. Do not let that line end in a whimper. Honor their suffering by embracing your own. Show them that their sacrifice was not in vain. Be the descendant they would be proud of, not the weak link that breaks the chain. Law number 10. The grave is the ultimate comfort zone. If your goal in life is to be comfortable, to be safe, to be at rest, congratulations. You are practicing being dead. The only thing in the universe that is perfectly stable, perfectly still, and perfectly safe is a corpse. Life is movement. Life is heat. Life is friction. Life is chaos. To be alive is to be in conflict with the environment. Every heartbeat is a violent contraction. Every breath is a struggle against vacuum. Do not rush to the grave. You will have eternity to be comfortable. You will have eternity to sleep. Right now, you have a brief, flickering moment to be awake, to be alive, to be uncomfortable. Do not waste this gift on softness. Rebel against the dying of the light. Throw off the warm blanket. Step out into the cold. Choose the hard path, because on the easy path, you will only find the ghost of the man you could have been. On the hard path, you will find yourself. The cage is open. The zookeepers are gone. The wilderness is waiting. Ascend.